Hello friends, welcome to Del Soccer. My name is Delali Frank and this is News Daily where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about Mohammed Kudus. We're going to explain why Mohammed Kudus is not starting games in West Ham, and I also have some good news to share with you about Thomas Partey. We will end with a brilliant news where a Ghanaian referee has been shortlisted to officiate at the FIFA World Cup. I'm going to give you the referee and what he's going to do in today's edition. If it's your first time, please hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. But without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's news. So let's start off with some news from Mohammed Kudus' camp. So you all admit that Kudus has moved from Ajax to West Ham, but he's not getting playing time. So far as the English Premier League is concerned, he has featured in the Carabao Cup and also the Europa League, where he has been brilliant and has excelled. And after he has excelled in the Carabao Cup and also in the Europa League, fans basically, and it's natural for us to expect him to start for West Ham, but he's not starting games. The assistant coach of West Ham United has explained why Kudus is not starting games, and I'm going to explain and read some of the quotes and the things he said so far as Kudus is concerned. So West Ham assistant manager Billy McKinley believes the Premier League is tough to slot Mohammed Kudus straight into the starting 11. The Scottish manager adds that the Ghanaian attacking midfielder would not be able to come in and set the league alight because of its difficulties. McKinley was speaking after Kudus started his second game for the Hammers in a 1-0 Carabao Cup victory against Lincoln. He said in an interview on September 27, he said, Mohammed Kudus has settled in at the club really well, and we can see there's a talented footballer there who cares about his football and wants to come in and contribute, McKinley said. I think we may just have to be able and be mindful of the fact that it is a really tough league and the Premier League is really difficult to come in and set it alight. We have to be patient with him, but we certainly think he's going to be a good player for us. You would admit the English Premier League is a tough league. Every other player that has moved from a league to join the English Premier League has openly admits that it's basically a tough league for every player to play in. And that's so then Kudus is not an exception. He's going to struggle. As fans, we expect him to start. We always want him to start. As football fans here, you want your best player to always start games for you. But it's the work of the manager and it's the responsibility of the manager to know when to fix in these players, because there's a lot of expectations. He walks into the team, has 2 bad games, and is dead. Modric is an example. Played for Chelsea for far too long, not scoring until recently that he scored yesterday. So I think the manager is right. They have to manage him. Let him play the less competitive games like the Carabao Cup, the Europa League, and then he will gradually work into the team. And also, West Ham have a very competitive team. They have a very strong team that Mohammed Kudus would have to work his way into the team. But anytime he has been given the chance, he excels. And I think that is the most important thing. Whether it's Premier League, whether it's Carabao Cup, whether it's training grounds, you show up and you boss it. And that is the most important thing. Kudus has made 6 appearances so far for West Ham United. Substitute appearance in the Premier League, and he has started in the Europa League and then the Carabao Cup. He has played 4 games in the English Premier League and all as substitutes. As fans, you expect him to start every game, but the coaches are there for a purpose. I think it's good. I think it's the right news because I wasn't expecting Kudus to walk straight into the team and start. Not at all. But let me know what you also think in the comment section. Now let's go to another Ghanaian who is in England, and I'm talking about Thomas Partey. The good news is that Thomas Partey has made a surprise comeback into the Arsenal training grounds after the young man picked up a groin injury over a month ago. Thomas Partey has been sidelined ever since they played their last game in September, and he has been out due to an injury for basically a month. In as much as the season just started, Partey was out due to an injury. And then on Monday, 2nd September, Thomas made a quick return back into the English Premier League training grounds. It was an exciting video where the team was welcoming Thomas into the training section and everybody was giving him that big welcome, because he's a big player. He's one of those players that Arsenal will really need. So far as their quest to win the English Premier League is concerned, they are doing everything possible to fight for the English Premier League this time around. Last season, they were closer to winning it, and City took it from them. This time around, they are very confident that they may be able to win, and also they are playing in the Champions League. They need every player. Partey is a top-level player, a Category A player for Arsenal, and they need him. In as much as he didn't really start the season in his favorite position, playing from the right side of the defense, a decision that most Arsenal fans are not happy with. They believe Arteta should play Thomas in the middle so that they can get the best out of him, and the guy went out of injury. Partey was injured as a result, missed 2 international friendly games. 2 international games. One was a friendly match against Liberia. Ghana played against Liberia in Accra Sports Stadium. Thomas missed it. And also the second one is when Ghana plays a very crucial game against Central African Republic in Kumasi. Thomas also missed that particular game as well. But it's fortunate and we're happy to have him back because Ghana will be playing a very huge, high-profile friendly game in the US against Mexico. And Chris Hughton will be hoping to have him fit and sound. This is pretty much good news because also another Ghanaian has also made a return from injury, which is Tariq Lamptey, and we are excited to have him and have Ghanaian players back. Let me know what you feel and think about Thomas Partey's return. And do you really feel that Partey should perhaps move from Arsenal? Because he's 30 years old, it looks as if Arteta will not get a chance to use him almost all the time because of the injury, and playing in the middle and playing in a fast-paced league like the English Premier League, obviously going to be a tough one. It's not going to be an easy one. There's another good news about Thomas Partey, but I'm trying to confirm it from his camp. I understand that his partner is pregnant, but I would confirm that and share with you in the next video. So let's wrap up with an exciting news, a news that I am personally excited to share with you, which is a Ghanaian referee, Daniel Nilai, has been selected for the upcoming FIFA Under-17 World Cup, which is going to happen in Indonesia. It's going to start from November 10 to December 2, 2023. Lai is the only Ghanaian match official and among 11 Africans to make the final list of referees for the youth tournament. The 34-year-old has vast experience in officiating, having handled some top continental matches in the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. Lai will be one of the 18 video assistant referees in Indonesia during the tournament. Lai has been in charge of the African Cup of Nations and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He handled last season's CAF Champions League and semi-finals first leg match between Wydad and then Mamelodi Sundowns in Casablanca, which ended 0-0. His last competitive assignment was in the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers match involving Egypt and Guinea in June this year. Lai was a video assistant referee during the 2022 CHAN tournament, which took place in Algeria early this year. Thomas Lai has been basically in the past few years, he has been the face of Ghanaian referee, and his growth is quite exciting. This is going to be the video assistant referee, and I think I explained this before, and I'm going to explain it again. Lai being a video assistant referee is not a downgrade. It's a matter of fact an upgrade. It shows that he's an intelligent referee who understands the laws of the game, because the video assistant referees all referees were trained, all elite referees were trained on how to use a video assistant and how to be a VAR. Only few were selected after they wrote exams and passed. And I believe the area that Lai is taking, he can easily be at the World Cup, because the VAR is a new introduction in football. It's still developing. Even in England, having problems. So if you pick an area like that and you hit it, you become an expert in Africa, because we don't have a lot of experts in Africa who are video assistant referees. So anytime FIFA would want an expert in that particular area, Lai will be called for it. In as much as he's a middleman referee, I think concentrating and being an experienced VAR is also an added advantage. So Lai, congratulations to him. I'm looking forward to he doing a brilliant job. I'm looking forward to he excelling. And with this tangent, I wouldn't be surprised to see him at the next World Cup. The African Cup of Nations, obviously, one of his legs is already there. So I'm really not going to talk more about that. But what I'm going to talk about is I'm hoping that we see him at the next World Cup. So in today's edition, we talked about Mohammed Kudus, Thomas Partey, and then referee Daniel Lai. That's all for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But we are starting a new series where we'll be giving people shoutouts in my next video. So leave a comment in the comment section, and I'm going to give you a shoutout in my next video, definitely. My name is Delali Frank. Until meet again. Bye bye for now.